Well, the biggest poser at the club's got to be Peter Amps. He's a right poser. Basically, he's into like fake tan. He's got the chemically whitened teeth. He loves manicures, pedicures. I've seen him in festival place getting his eyebrows threaded before. Anything to make himself look good, basically. You know, he really is on a different level. After the game, it's rumoured that he likes to have a hot bath with a face pack on, a couple of bits of cucumber over his eyes. He scatters rose petals into the bath. You know, he's a right tart, to be honest. He's like the Joey Essex of Tron FC. You know, he's unreal. One game we had, he had a fake tan booked. And he forgot about it, so he ended up getting it done at half time. Basically, we were in the changing rooms and it was half time. We were all just sat down eating our snacks and having a drink, and all of a sudden this lady just come in with like this canister, like a spray gun thing. Pete got naked, stood in the showers like that, and this woman was spraying him up and down with the fake tan. I mean, it's unreal. I mean, I've heard of half-time oranges, but that takes a piss. He's like, he's so vain, it's unbelievable, and he's so fake tan, it's unbelievable. He makes David Dickinson look like Terry Kimber. He's unreal. Macca as well, he's pretty vain, to be honest. James McCallion, he's a bit of a poser, always putting on Facebook pictures of himself semi-naked working out at the gym or wrestling people, trying to prove how hard he is. He loves himself as well. But then again, that's what the Shermanator's all about, impressing the ladies, isn't it? So Stifler's mum better watch out. Best trainers, probably have to say Aaron Barber. He's got the best trainers. You know, he's always wearing like the latest fashions, always got a good pair of Nike Air Max on.
No, not trainers, best trainer.
Oh, best trainer. Best trainer. I'd have to say Wayne Charlton, Wayner. He gives it 110% in every session. He's always there no matter what the weather. Well, apart from some Saturdays when he's off in his caravan. It's a bit of a weekend gypsy. The worst trainer, I would say, is, well, possibly Chris Lavisher, for the fact that he's not been to training once in 2 years at the club. I mean, Lavy don't even warm up before a game. He thinks it's unnecessary, and his idea of a warm-up is drinking about 10 pints of coffee and chain smoking about 20 Lambert and Butler. So Lavy's a contender. I'd say though, out of the lads who do come training, probably the worst is Danny Smith. Don't get me wrong, Danny, you know, he really does try hard, but he's just not very good at football, and obviously in training it shows through. I think his dad, you know, the great Nelson Smith, Overton boys manager, he would describe Danny in his own words as cat's ass, and I think that's pretty much sums up Danny's ability. I mean, a 3-hour training session with Danny is a bit of a nightmare. I mean, it takes him about 3 hours to get the ball under control. You know, he's that bad. Don't get me wrong, he's a nice guy, but Danny's ball control, bloody hell. Lever's got more control over his Alsatian. Shocking. The quickest player at Tron, without a doubt, is Peter Amps. Forrest Gump, as he's known. He's like Usain Bolt. I mean, you know, and some weekends, you know, he'll turn up and he's had a spray tan. He looks like Usain Bolt. He's phenomenally fast, Peter Amps. I mean, in all honesty, he makes Theo Walcott look like Wayne Charlton. He's that quick. Westy, I'd say, would be the runner-up, Ewan Westwood. He's pretty fast as well, but then again, he should be. His legs are about 5 foot long, so if he gets them open and stretched, he can move. Yeah. The slowest. I always thought it was Wayne Charlton, but halfway through the season, I was proved wrong. basically the slowest at the club is Wayne Barlow, and it's been proven. Basically, halfway through the season, Wayne Barlow got a new pair of boots, and these boots contain a microchip inside them, which recorded the distance travelled by Wayne Barlow during a match and the number of sprints that he did during a match. First time he wore them, after the match, he come in the change rooms, took his boots off, he pressed the button on the microchip, and that sent a signal to his mobile phone, which basically had all the information on it, and it come up and it said Barlow had basically covered a distance of about 100 yards during 90 minutes, which I think is probably accurate. And it said 0 sprints. It said he hadn't done any sprints. Barlow was a bit doubtful of those stats, but anyway, he persevered with these boots, and over the next sort of 2 or 3 matches, once again at the end of the game, it was coming up 0 sprints, and Barlow was frustrated with it. Basically, to the point where he took the boots back to the shop and asked for a new pair, thinking that there was a fault with these boots, but he got the new pair. One game, come up again, 0 sprints. So Wayne Barlow, he just can't sprint, unfortunately, and it's been scientifically proven. You know, the technology don't lie. I mean, Wayne Charlton, he can't really sprint. Probably at top speed, he's probably reaching about the same speed as a shop mobility scooter, but he still can sprint. Wayne Barlow, he can't sprint at all, and it's been proven. So Barlow's the slowest at the club. Wow, I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but Unbelievable Techers is my middle name. I know I'm the most skillful player at Tron FC by a mile, but I like to keep it on the low down. You know, I don't want the lads getting jealous, and you know, so I keep my skills on the back burner. I read an article once by Glenn Hoddle, and basically in that piece, Glenn Hoddle said that when he was the manager of Spurs, Southampton and England, he had a lot of players who used to accuse him of being a big head, a bit of a showboater, because obviously, like myself, Glenn Hoddle's got unbelievable skills, you know, natural ability. And on the training camp, he used to exercise that, and players just didn't like it. You know, they were just jealous that they would never be able to reach his level of skill. And I've got the same problem basically at Tron. You know, occasionally I do bring out the odd piece of skill just to show the lads, you know, but I don't like to rub it in their faces. Occasionally I might bring out a rainbow flick now and again. Done a few this season. Gary Osman, Stuart Allen, Beef, Wayne Charlton, they've all been rainbow kicked, but like I said, I try and keep it on the back burner a bit. He's gone!
Darren Hutchins, football genius. There, that's going, mate, that's going. First attempt, I've hit the crossbar. First time with the left as well, unbelievable.
Any other skillful players at the club apart from yourself?
Yeah, 1 or 2. Matty Wilson's a good player. He's got a lot of ability with the football. So's Macca, James McCallion. Aaron Barber's very technically good. But I'd probably say the most skillful player is Jazz Beavis. He's got a lot of ability with the football. Reminds me a lot of myself at his age. Yeah. Biggest moaner at Tron FC. For the last 3 seasons, it's definitely been Gareth Cook. He's an absolute whinger. Taff as well. You know, he likes to grumble. Everything's it's never his fault with Taff. You know, he'll get lobbed from the halfway line and he'll blame it on someone else. So he's a moaner. But this year, both of them have been out-moaned by Wayne Barlow. You know, he really is a right moaner. I remember when Barlow was going to come to Tron, and I wanted to get a bit of a character reference on him, so I asked Gareth Cook, because he played with Barlow for a number of years, and I said, what's Barlow like? Gareth said, Barlow is a quality player, you know, he'll do a lot for us on the pitch, but you've got to watch out because he's very moany, and Cookie was worried that he'd break our team spirit. Personally, I thought to myself, you know, Gareth calling Barlow a moaner, you know, pot calling the kettle black, but Cookie was right. You know, Barlow, he's like Victor Meldrew with football boots.